Hey there, what's up? I'm Surya. So after coming back from Funnel Hacker Live event, the one thing that I realized about myself is that I'm a huge fan of high-paying clients for the reason that I do not need very many clients to work with on a monthly basis, and also the profit margin that I can keep is kind of super high. So it's kind of so encouraging for me. So the big question on the table now is like, how do I find high-paying clients? So if you watch this video till the end, the one thing that you would realize is that you did not like this video yet and you did not subscribe to the channel yet. So do that right now. Always worth saying, always. So anyways, if you watch this video to the end of this, if you watch this to the end of this video, you would find the two possible ways for you to find high paying clients. Since I work with course creators, I'm going to cater this video more towards course creators. But if you are a coach or consultant, the principles still apply. So keep watching. Approach one, start looking within. Now, what do I mean by that? So one of the clients that I worked with, he was having like $1,000 course and he was averaging somewhere between like 10 to 12 sales on a monthly basis. So give or take 10 sales. And the one thing that he was doing as he was selling is like he was building his customer base. So if he wants to have more high paying clients, the one thing that he can actually do is like the best place for him to start looking at is in his customer base, because they've actually paid him upfront to solve a specific problem. Is everyone going to be a high paying client in his customer base? Heck no, no possible way. For example, let's take Russell Brunson. Russell Brunson has like millions of followers on different social media platforms, but there are only like 100,000 people actively using like his software ClickFunnels. And of those 100,000 active members, there are only like 50 to 100 people who are kind of in his inner circle, which is one of his high-end packages. Which means that it exactly is like a funnel. There are going to be people who are going to choose to move forward, and there are going to be people who are going to say like, hey, I'm going to drop out. And that is completely cool. And the best thing is like when you're having an upsell, like when you want to have high-end clients onboarded, the one possible reason that they want to work with you is like they want more of you, they want more information from you, they want more strategies from you, they want your feedback. And that is way easier, right? And the best part, this is kind of inside information that I got now. The best part is when you have high-paying clients, they are going to equate to like maximum part of your revenue, and that is so cool. That is the reason I'm going to work with high paying clients like down the line. But you might be in a situation where you might say like, Surya, I do not have high paying clients, I do not have something to look within, I'm not having any clients at this point of time. What should I do? How can I have high paying clients onboarded if I'm just starting out from scratch? And if I have to give you, here is the best advice that I can actually give you. This is the same advice I would give to myself. That is starting like six years back. The same advice. Whenever I was planning to onboard high-end clients, I was not having very much experience. I did not have very many proven process and systems back then. So the very first thing that I would say to myself is like, onboard clients, be cash flow positive, and test, validate your offer, validate your systems, validate your frameworks with the existing clients that you can onboard faster. For the same reason that you might have experienced this. When I was jumping on sales calls, the one question that I was facing, I was jumping on like 500 to 1,000 sales calls. And the one question that I frequently got when I was working with a couple of other influencers was, do you have any case studies that I can look into? Do you have any testimonials that I can look into? Do you have some references that I can talk to? If you have been on sales calls, then you can relate to this. But the one thing that I did not understand was like people are asked, this is the thing that I interpret it as. So whenever someone asked me to give a case study, they wanted me to show my validation, something like that. But the hidden reason that I did not understand was like, they were asking not for my validation, they were asking for my framework validation. Is my process validated by someone else? Is my process implementable by different niches? Is this process, what I have, works for them? It's never about you, it's always about them. So when you have no clients onboarded at this point of time, The very first thing is like onboard clients faster. It doesn't mean it doesn't have to be high-end clients. If you can get high-end clients, that is completely awesome. But the very first thing is like be cash flow positive and test your frameworks faster. That is the one feedback, one is the one guidance tip I can actually share with you. So approach 2. You might be in a situation where you are actually spending a lot of money on advertising and you're actually losing money to acquire a customer because the ad costs have been like going ballistic all over the place and it's no longer profitable for many businesses. And you might be in a scenario, or you might be in a scenario where you're actually spending a lot of money on the Facebook ads. I know a buddy of mine who is actually spending a lot of money on ads, but he's kind of hitting the ceiling every month in and month out. There is a specific price point like 40 grand. He is hitting that ceiling, and no matter what he does, how much money he spends, he is hitting that ceiling, and it's quite impossible for him to go past through that ceiling. If you have been in this either one of the scenarios, or if you are experiencing or experienced this scenario, then this approach is for you. And this is in fact what I'm doing right now. So rather than me going outside and start looking for my high paying clients, the one thing that I'm actually doing is like tweak it and start doing things that makes the high paying clients come towards me. And that is something that I'm actually doing right now through content. And I'm actually creating content that's going to be a sales guy who is going to be like pitching like for the next 1 day, 2 days, 1 week, 6 months, 7 months, 1 year. I do not know for how long this video is going to go. This is going to be my content which attracts my high paying clients who are going to come in and work with me for the next 12 months over a specific result. Now you might be saying like, Surya, it actually takes time, a lot of time to get results from the content that you actually published today, right? I would say yes and no. Let's suppose you are creating content that is actually desirable, that your ideal customers are actually looking for. And through that content, if you're actually able to get results to them beforehand, then that is all that matters. That is exactly what I am doing right now. I want you to get results before you even start working with me. That is the whole motto of this channel, to get you results before you start working with me. And there are different things that you can actually do to get more eyeballs to the content that you're actually publishing. Things like being a guest on other people's show, things like being a speaker at other people's events. These are some of the things that you can actually do to get more eyeballs to the content that you are actually publishing, so that when people come and start watching your content, when they start following you, your content is going to educate them, and eventually there will be a point where they would feel like, hey, I need to work with Surya no matter what happens. And when you are at that point of time, when you walk your customers through that journey and you have delivered the results to them beforehand, then it's going to be awesome. And a quick side note, just because you post a piece of content on social media or on whatever platform that you choose or decide, I specifically choose YouTube, that's a strategic move. No matter what platform you decide, just because you post a piece of content doesn't mean that people are waiting to watch your content. So you need to do things to get more eyeballs to your content. And these are the two best ways for you to get more high paying clients for your offers and for your courses. And if you want more catered solution for your specific business or for your specific course, there is going to be a link in the below description. Click it, go ahead, schedule a call with me, and we can talk on how we can get more eyeballs, get more traffic, get more high paying clients for your offers. And if you are at a point where you cannot work with me because I have a very specific criteria, and if you are at a point where you cannot work with me, that is completely cool. Hit the subscribe button so that you can be on the loop whenever I publish video like this. You would be notified so that you can actually take action, and eventually you can start working with me. That is the whole goal that I have for this channel. Cool. So with that said, see you in the next video. Catch you later.